The Encounter. This is a family tale that has been shared with me on a couple of occasions. While the details may be somewhat hazy, I managed to gather more information during a summer gathering at our family cottage. Although the topic seemed somewhat uncomfortable for them, they shared additional insights. Originating from Ukraine, our family embarked on a trip to Turkey during the 1990s. In search of a peaceful retreat, they rented a quaint cottage tucked away in the remote countryside. However, one evening, their tranquil surroundings were shattered by the uproar of the dogs outside. The canines erupted into frenzied barking, displaying unusual behavior that left everyone perplexed. Curiosity got the better of my grandmother's brother, prompting him to investigate the source of the commotion. As he ventured outside, he was astonished to witness an object in the sky that could only be described as a UFO. Suspended at a considerable height, the unidentified craft gradually descended closer to their cottage. Urgently, he beckoned the rest of the family to come and witness the peculiar sight, and to this day, those who remain alive can attest to what they saw. The craft, they recounted, possessed a distinct triangular shape with 3 lights positioned at each corner. As it drew nearer, their anxiety grew, prompting them to rush back indoors. Inside, the very foundations of the cottage quivered, causing dishes to shatter under the vibrations that reverberated through the walls and floor. Meanwhile, the dogs outside intensified their barking, amplifying the sense of unease. Hovering ominously over the cottage for several minutes, the unidentified craft finally ascended, disappearing into the night sky. It left an indelible mark on our family's memory. It's crucial to note that our relatives are grounded individuals, not prone to entertaining supernatural discussions. Hence, I am convinced they recounted their experience truthfully, further fueling the mystery surrounding that unforgettable encounter. Sleepovers and aliens. During my early adolescence, my closest friends and I would gather for sleepovers, often opting to camp out on my friend's trampoline in his backyard. It was a summer tradition, bouncing around until exhaustion overcame us, and then settling in for a night's rest under the open sky. One particular evening, as the 4 of us lay on the trampoline engaged in conversation, our attention was drawn to a peculiar sight hovering above the nearby woods. It was not visible directly, but rather as an obstruction blocking the stars, slowly shifting in movement. Positioned slightly higher than the treetops, it glided in silence. Ignorant and naive as we were, we remained transfixed, merely observing. Gradually, the object drifted directly above us, and in an instant, an indescribable light illuminated the surroundings. It surpassed mere brightness, instead captivating us with its disorienting and overpowering radiance. It seemed to penetrate deep into our very beings. The next memory I have is of all of us standing inside my friend's house, peering through the sliding glass back door at the still hovering object, which then glided away. We were all filled with an eerie sense of apprehension, yet we decided to venture back outside to the trampoline, intending to sleep. For a while, we lay there undisturbed. However, to our disbelief, the object returned once more, repeating the sequence of blinding light. Again, we found ourselves seeking refuge inside, gazing upon the enigmatic phenomenon. Against all logic, we returned outside yet again, determined to sleep under the stars. And once more, the inexplicable recurrence unfolded. Filled with trepidation, we finally conceded and sought shelter indoors, leaving the lights on as a feeble reassurance. As time passed, my childhood friends and I grew apart, losing touch. However, at the age of 18, fate brought me face to face with one of them again. We crossed paths at a party, and I seized the opportunity to seek answers about that unforgettable night. But his reaction, etched deeply in my memory, remains indescribable. With downcast eyes, he uttered, "I don't want to talk about it." Stunned by his response, I found myself at a loss for words. He abruptly left, leaving me sitting there, pondering the significance of our exchange. I rose after a moment, hoping to locate him, but he had vanished without a trace. That was the last encounter I had with him or the others, but his reaction confirmed that something inexplicable occurred on that night. It is a memory I grapple with, uncertain if I truly wish to remember the unsettling events that transpired. To this day, the mysteries of that night linger in the recesses of my mind, forever reminding me of the extraordinary and enigmatic experiences that can shape our lives. The Triangle Lights. Around 2 years ago, during my stay in Naples, Florida, a peculiar incident unfolded that remains etched in my memory. On a late evening, around 11 p.m., my friend and I found ourselves on the porch, indulging in a momentary smoke. As I leaned against the railing, a distant object resembling an airplane caught my attention. However, to our astonishment, it abruptly altered its course, heading directly towards us. Flying at an unexpectedly low altitude, the front lights of the craft were blinding, momentarily impairing our vision. My friend hurriedly reached for his phone, only to discover its untimely demise. Meanwhile, fueled by the fear of missing out, I hesitated to retrieve my own phone from inside the house. Time seemed to slip away as the craft continued its steady glide, an enigmatic encounter unfolding before our eyes. As it drew nearer, we realized that the craft defied conventional expectations. It appeared as an immense black triangle, adorned with 3 expansive circular lights on its underbelly. Its proximity was unnerving, hovering just above the trees in front of our location. Astonishingly, the craft emitted no discernible sound, leaving only the gentle rustling of leaves beneath it to break the silence of the night. Then, in a heart-stopping moment, the massive black triangle executed an abrupt and precise maneuver. It effortlessly pivoted directly in front of us, defying the laws of physics, before vanishing over the rooftops of nearby buildings. The sheer incredulity of the experience would have tested the bounds of belief had I not shared it with a trusted companion. To this day, the memory lingers vividly, a reminder of the inexplicable events that can unfold in our midst. The enigma of the low-flying triangle remains shrouded in uncertainty, leaving us to ponder the mysteries that lie beyond our comprehension. The Silent Encounter. This tale harkens back to 1982, when my father served on a military base nestled in New Brunswick. It revolves around an incident involving his best friend and the friend's girlfriend. One evening, they set out after nightfall with the intention of catching a screening of Tron at a local movie theater. Surprisingly, just an hour later, they returned to the base. Their car bore evident damage, adorned with an assortment of paint in various colors. Curious, my father inquired about their change of plans and the condition of the vehicle. However, they dismissed his questions and retired for the night. Days passed, and my father managed to coax his friend into revealing the truth about that fateful night. It transpired that as they were driving along a desolate stretch of highway, their attention was drawn to an unusual phenomenon. Illumination emanated from beyond a nearby hill, a location devoid of any artificial light sources for miles around. Intrigued, they approached the hill, leading to a parking lot adjacent to a park. Other vehicles also converged upon the scene, their occupants eager to investigate the mysterious lights. As everyone exited their cars, preparing to ascend the hill, a moment of sheer astonishment descended upon them. From the crest of the hill emerged a sizable disc-shaped object adorned with flashing lights. Accompanying its appearance was an eerie, resonating sound that reverberated through the air. Amidst the ensuing panic, some vehicles inadvertently collided, resulting in the transfer of paint onto my father's friend's car. Fleeing the scene, they raced back to the military base, eager to distance themselves from the otherworldly encounter. However, the aftermath of this experience took an unexpected turn. Several days later, individuals clad in enigmatic black suits arrived at the base, seeking specific individuals. My father's friend was among those summoned for questioning. Following their conversation, the men cautioned him, emphasizing the importance of silence regarding the incident if he wished to safeguard his military career. Baffled, my father sought clarification from his friend about the purpose of the men's visit. With a stern countenance, his friend disclosed the warning he had received, instructing him to refrain from divulging any details about the encounter. Failure to comply would jeopardize his position within the military ranks. This account serves as a chilling reminder of the clandestine nature surrounding incidents that defy explanation. It serves as a testament to the lengths some forces will go to conceal the truth, leaving those involved to grapple with the enigma and its potential consequences in silence.